Hey everybody, welcome to the 1804 show, chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is episode 349. Oops, gotta fix my hat. Yeah, man, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, the 1804 show, chapter 2. Now let's get it. But yeah, I'm finna bring a lovely person that I have respect for to the platform. So I'm gonna invite her in so you guys can. Thank you for y'all support.
Hey, now I know I gotta fix my camera, so hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, it's all good.
Let me. That's if I sit back, I can be. I forgot I moved this down table. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. It's a little low.
Okay, let me see. Let me turn it up. Okay, how about now?
I can hear you. Let me just lean up. Maybe if I put my headphone in, but nah, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for wanting to interview me.
Oh, man, don't be like that.
Yeah, I'm being serious. We talked
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, I know. We have, and like I said, this is truly an honor because I really been following you and AO for years because both of y'all are like doing some good positive things, stuff that gets overlooked because the drama succeed, you know what I'm saying, in this society
Uh-huh.
nowadays. So we need to uplift and give people their flowers who's doing God's work. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay, thank you. I let's just go with the let's just go with the thank you because I do, my whole platform is just really aimed for young people to just do better. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's all I really want is just young people to have some type of somebody in their ear to say, at least somebody said it. That's all I said. At least somebody said it and you heard it. Now the rest is up to you.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, we have to be responsible for ourselves, you know, and just what we put out. It's just really important that we reach those who don't know any better. Because after I
Mm-hmm.
give you the message, after I give you the blueprint, the rest is up to you.
Right.
So
And I look
yeah.
crazy on this live. I look all ghostly. I look like I bleached my skin.
Man, I'm over. It's funny because I'm over here looking homeless because I've been on grind mode just nonstop, and because I still work a regular job, so I just really haven't had time to really hit the barbershop. But to me, I just feel like um this nothing was gonna stop this, so I had to make sure that it was um possible and
Mhm.
whatever. But I'm always professional. I'm always just putting my guesses first because I just always like to know pretty much um your origins and stuff like that and what allowed you to really come out into the world and do what you do because I would say that y'all two really was my motivation for me to start my own platform because I just really enjoyed your work and y'all make it look so easy. So trying to find out it ain't easy, but y'all make it seem so like I was born to do this, and we just really need more people to express their voices and their opinions because it just we need that um second opinion because it's just so crazy out here nowadays. It's just um right is the new wrong and wrong is the new right. So we just really need for people to really call things out.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. So, I mean, where you want to start?
Well, we can start with just who you are as a person to everybody who don't know you, because I kind of have a gist of who you are, but not everything, but just
I feel you.
yeah.
Well, you know, my name is Katrina, and for those who don't know, my name is Katrina. I have a podcast on YouTube called Conversations with Me, and
Mhm.
like I said in the beginning, my platform was aimed to just speak to young people, right? And
Right.
just to have a voice out there, because I also wanted to show that everybody isn't just dumb, or everybody is just doing bad because they're not a celebrity. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Now, it was all fun and games in the beginning, but you do have to say something like this serious. You know what I mean? You can be funny and have jokes, but you do want to be serious in this whole aspect, because life, to me, I know I get it put on me a lot. That everybody tell me how serious I am. Like, yeah, you be taking it so serious. You be just so serious, and it's like, well, somebody has to be serious sometime. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, we can't just all joke and play all the time. So that's what my
Absolutely.
whole podcast was about. And even, I mean, me as a person, like I just said, I'm just a serious person. I also want to emphasize to young people on just not wasting time, because it's
Hmm.
presented to us that we have all this time to waste, especially our 20s. Always call it effing off your 20s. We get told to F our 20s off as if that's not the hottest time to buckle down and be in grind mode. I'm also
Absolutely.
I'm putting out an episode. I'm putting out an episode about this later on today after I get done editing. I actually was time crunching and doing the episode and looking at the time and doing to get here. But
Yeah.
but I just wanted to. Somebody needs to tell them that yes, you're young, but you don't have all the time in the world. Because I was there. You know what I mean? I thought I had 10 more years in my 20 years. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, you don't get
Hmm.
your 20s all over again.
No.
So then I became a mom, and then in the time of becoming a mom, it just keeps getting stacked on you. Life just keeps getting stacked on you when you like, damn, how am I going to figure all this out? And you have to take
Hmm.
a break, and then you have to fall back. And in that time of you falling back, who's to say you're going to come back out to the front? You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I
So,
had learned too, because I'm about to be 35 years old. I know I don't look it, but but I'm about to be
mm-hmm.
35, and I just realized how much time that I wasted, just trying to please everybody, trying to be everybody's friend, trying to gain acceptance in the wrong places. But now that I'm in my mid 30s, I realize that I have to find myself. And once you find yourself, you don't care about the validation for anybody else because you are um, special, in your own way. We are special in our own way. And it just, I think people who lack identity will also lack discipline. They will also lack the sense of
Mm-hmm.
urgency. And I really been on my spiritual journey myself, just realizing what I want out of life, and I really made my plan for the next
Mm-hmm.
5 years, and we just have this thing of just settling, and I don't know if you ever sit back and thought about this, but it's just that you see other people like before you and stuff like that. Not saying that they like failures or anything like that, but they just had settled at this job, or they settled in this marriage, or they settled with their circumstances, and it just kind of like pretty much told you that I'm not going to be like this. Like I got to do something. I got to create something, and that's how I came with this platform. Is just by not settling for the so-called American dream because it's all an illusion.
Oh, I don't know. Will we have like opposing views? Because I feel like what's wrong with settling? And the reason I'm saying that now, the only reason I'm saying what's wrong with settling is because when you hear settle, you hear doomsday, right? It's like, oh my God, life is over. And I think it's put up against instant gratification, right? So when you have, oh, it's over versus instant gratification, I'm willing to just wreck my life as soon as I can, especially in front of social media, instead of taking the long route, sitting back and having patience and doing it the long way. Do you get what I'm saying? So I understand the whole aspect of not wanting to settle at a job and be like, because listen, I've said it plenty of times, like, don't nobody want to be on nobody's damn job, hip hurting and shit at 60. Like, don't nobody want to do that. Like, man, my damn feet hurt. You know what I mean? Like, and I've said this plenty of times because I've seen women at jobs and they hips be hurting, their knees be hurting. It's like, nah, I can't have that be me. So I can understand in that aspect. So, but when you just say it like, oh, don't settle, I think it's just such a vague phrase to say that we don't really deep dive into it, because some of us need to settle. Some of us need to just work our 9 to 5 and play it straight and just do it the way that we were taught to do it. And I don't see nothing wrong with that if you okay with that. Do you get what I'm saying? I just don't like to down it because it's like, oh, if you're not a celebrity, if you're not an entrepreneur, if you're not a real estate agent and you're not the biggest mogul, then you're nothing. I just don't like the connotation behind it. So that's why I
Oh, I didn't mean it like in a disrespectful
I know
way.
I know you didn't mean it that way. I know you didn't.
Yeah, because I kind of always been a rebel, and I just hate to conform. I hate to, because it's just kind of like brings back when we was kids in elementary school. We all would have this single file line and stuff like that, and you kind of see the programming from a young age. Like they program you to follow this single file line, in which it's going to be the same as far as when people go to jail and stuff like that. They got to walk down a single file line and stuff. So it's kind of like you're being institutionalized in a way, and we all know that it's the system that they created, but they didn't create anything for us. So we got to create something for ourselves. That's what I mean.
Would you feel you? Yes, I do. I do feel like, well. Now listen, I've said it plenty of times that like nobody's coming to save you. Beyonce and Jay-Z ain't coming to the hood with no big ass check to save you. So you better get up and do it yourself.
Of course not.
So yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so have you always been this vocal, or was it something that came over time?
Always. No, always been this vocal. The crazier part is like I'll be sitting back and you know, I'm only 34, so it's not like I have 50 years to go over, you know what I mean? But the time that I can really remember being super vocal was high school. You know what I mean? Like it really was big and booming in high school. I remember it in middle school as well because my mouth has gotten me into trouble. You know what I mean? And so I've always been vocal. Like I remember one time I was this is middle school, and like the most popular boy had bumped me in the hallway. Now it was just me and him in the hallway, right? And he bumped me in the hallway, and I really just started cussing him out. You know what I mean? Like, man, you can scoot your ass over. You ain't the best nigga in the school. That's what I said, right? So then, and the teacher, like my favorite teacher, coming out the class. classroom like, what did you just say? I said, and I looked at her, I said, you really want me to repeat it? She like, no, I don't really want you to repeat it, but you don't need to be talking like that, right? So then when I was in high school, right, doing wrong. We skipping school, but we skipping class, but we in school, roaming the hallway. So a teacher catches us, you know what I mean? Me being a young kid, not really wanting to admit that I'm wrong, I just say it like, man, that's why I hate white people. And the dude, all my girlfriends, like all the friends that I'm with, they like, oh my God, Katrina, why would you say something like that? So, you know, I've always been vocal and just saying it like, in my head, I don't find nothing wrong with it. I'm just like, oh, you don't say how you feel? You know what I mean? Like, you don't say how you feel? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not just out here in the world telling people off because I know when and when not to do it, especially now being a grown woman. Like, now I wouldn't just walk into some random corporate office and say, oh, I hate white people. Who would do that? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But just to answer your question, I've always been vocal.
Okay. Well, it's funny because I've always been very shy, very withdrawn, and so it shocks a lot of people knowing what I do now. They like, dang, we ain't never heard you talk so much and stuff, but I just got tired of just holding a lot of things in. There was a lot of things that needed to be said, and then also I do history segments too, so I wanted to just teach and just educate young people and our people and older people as well, because stuff that I discuss isn't really in the history books, and the stuff that I pretty much uncover, I just love to just share it and stuff, and because it just really allows me to get a better perspective on my situation and my current era, because we just don't really realize how good we got it. You know, we are able to have certain things and start our own businesses and just allowed to roam. I won't say free, but we are allowed to roam. And
yeah, I understand that.
so it just gives me a new appreciation. But you reside in Alabama, so I'm from Michigan, so I don't really know about Alabama like that. Only know
Who
from
reside in Alabama?
Oh, I thought you was from Alabama.
Hell no. Hell no, I ain't from no damn Alabama. Now, no
Okay,
disrespect to Alabama, but I ain't from
my bad. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, nah, I'm right up under you. I'm in Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, I reside in Ohio, born and raised, Columbus, Ohio. Ayo is from Alabama.
Okay,
and that's why I be telling people all the time, like, y'all, me and Ayo never even met. Like, we've done dealings over the internet and over the phone, and he brought me in. But yeah, I never met him. Not in person.
Wow.
In person.
Oh, that's a new story. I never knew that.
Yeah.
My apologies.
No, you're all right.
Yeah,
but I'm in Ohio.
Okay, well, that's what's up, cause us being like Midwest and stuff like that, I just really just enjoy like the history, like the stuff that I found out about just my state alone. It's just really rewarding knowing that this was a big music place and stuff like that. I really just feel like as far as like we really created just the soul, just from like
You mean the
back in the
Midwest?
day. Yeah.
Oh,
And now
most definitely.
And now like the music nowadays, it's just really, promoting genocide and stuff like that. It's really just bringing the worst out of us, like, because people from the suburbs, they would think like, damn, like these niggas crazy. You know what I'm saying? and
Yeah, I
I
get what
just
you're saying.
and I do music too. Well, but I would say that I'm not a rapper. I was the person that wanted to rap. So I only got like one song. I'm not, saying that I got multiple mixtapes out, but I do compilations. But I love working with other artists. So I feel like when you work with me, we have to uh, put out positive music. We can do like whatever, but it got to have like a message because I'm working on my last installment of this Exodus series and stuff. And I'm about to work on my other installment later this year. But we just
Hmm.
working on just coming together and just really showing like my city that it's possible because we all are good people. We are just hardworking black men, and I got some white artists too coming. So it's just all about coming together. It's all about spreading positivity and just to show people that it's possible and knowing that what you talk about on your channel, I noticed that you talk about a whole lot of stuff, and um, I'm gonna make sure that your channel gets shared and gets promoted and stuff like that after this over. But I just wanted to ask you, so what was like the thing that made you like, okay, I can do this and stuff? Because being a YouTuber, um, everybody just think that it's easy and this and that. But how about you give us your experience with that?
Okay, you want my experience with YouTube or just podcasting or?
Oh, just whatever you feel comfortable.
Oh, okay, well, I started my own podcast. I had a team. It was three of us at first, right? So I started doing that with the team. That was maybe 2016. 2016 is when I started. So when I be telling people like, y'all, I've been at this for a minute. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, shit, 3 years, and in the next 3 years is gonna be 10. 10 years I've been at this. You know what I mean? So 2016 started. Uh, you know, you know how it is working with a team. Everybody come up with this old happenstance. Just something's just always happening. Oh, my tire blew up. Oh, my engine blew off, and it's like, all right, man. Like, so you get held up by people who don't have the same vision as you. So I had to drop it, and then I'm like, damn, but I still want to do it. I still want to do it. So I come back, I start doing it by myself. Now, all I was doing it was putting out to streaming platforms. So
Mm-hmm.
then one day, I don't know how I came up on the Ayo video, but he hit my algorithm, and I'm listening, and bam, 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 just listening. I listened to him for probably the whole weekend, like Friday, like nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I heard in one video he said, "Oh, come follow me on Facebook and all, follow me on Facebook, Instagram here."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh shit, let me go follow him." So I followed him. Maybe like I would say probably a week later, he hit me up like, "What you be doing?" And I'm like, like oh shit, like I'm looking like, oh shit, I'm not expecting this like at all. I did not reach out and say, "Hey, can you help me with YouTube?" I didn't say any of that. So
Uh-huh.
I'm looking like, oh damn, he hit me up. So he does that. We talk. We had a conversation, and he just said, "Why don't you put it on YouTube?" And I'm like, I never even thought about going that route. He's like, "Yeah, just do that."
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just first it was presented like that, like, "Yeah, just put it on YouTube." like everything was just cool, and you just going to be cool on YouTube. But then he started like just giving me the rundown. Do the thumbnail like this. Make the title like this. Do this, this, this. He, like I said, like I always say, he ushered me into YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And just telling me all the ins and outs as much as he could at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, well, it's time to put your face on there. And I'm like, because I really wasn't even in a position to put my face on there. I'm like, I don't want to show my kids. I don't want to do this at home, blah, 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 blah. But then, I made a way out of no way and found the way. And
Mm-hmm.
then it was like, you gonna talk on this mic, you're gonna make these videos, and you're gonna just do it. Now I fell back. I fell back plenty of times, well, twice. But in that falling back, it was just like, I don't questioning yourself and saying, is this really a passion of
Yeah.
mine? Do I really want to do this? It's
Mm-hmm.
not going the way I want it to go. How do I still maintain this? Like, and then, you fall into a depression. And then, I stopped during 2020, which to me, I feel like that was my biggest L, because it's like, that's what everybody was stuck in the house. You should have just made videos and kept producing. But it was at that time, I was like, I just wasn't feeling it. It was just time to get off the internet. Yeah. And I got off of social media completely. The last video I had seen in 2020 was when they blew up that Target for the George Floyd stuff, when they caught on fire. That was somebody put a meme out, and we laugh at memes. They put the meme out, and then I just got off, and it was just like I took off for a year or so. So just wanting to do it and having the passion behind it forever, because it was just like, damn, I always knew I could do this, because a lot of people got onto podcasting really, really late. A lot of people still don't know what podcasting is. Yeah. But first podcast I heard that was in a podcast form was maybe 2007. Funk Master Flex. He used to take his interviews and put them on Apple. Or somebody did. I'm not going to just necessarily say Funk Flex, but somebody did, and they put them on Apple. And he had an interview with Jim Jones, had one with Cameron, and 50 Cent when that whole beef was going on. And I was just in love with those interviews and was just like, damn, this is something I could do. This is called a podcast. I understand what a podcast is. And, in my right mind, I wish I would have just jumped on it then. But, it's a time for everything.
Absolutely. And just with my platform and stuff like that, I talk about mental health and depression, grief, just us as pretty much my channel is like for Black men who been through all of that stuff, and I'm the face of survival and stuff and prevailing, and because I went through like a whole bunch of losses in my family with my brother and my father being gone before I was 30 years old. So I was in a deep depression, and it was many more, but those two really affected me a lot. So I had to go through that. I had to embark on this personal journey for me. So that's why I never ran out of material. But I just wanted to just give back and just give people just hope, because it's just really hard when you don't have that support system like that. And you told to man up, you told to be strong and this and that, be courageous, but you dying inside every day because you just want some answers to your pretty much unanswered questions. So I was able to do this alone, and really later on, a lot of people started to support me because we didn't have anything like this here when I first started. So I know everybody was like, man, what do you think he's doing? Like he just, it's just a phase and stuff like that. Like, he ain't serious. And so I just reached my, I'm pretty much almost at my 350 episode and stuff. So I got like two entities where I do my regular podcast show, then I do my history segment. So I really been going crazy, just making sure that I just get my message across, and just really been helping a lot of people. And it's just really been fun. It's been a great experience. It's knowing that you're helping people, and you're right. Ayo, him had a conversation, and he really would tell you the game. He really wants you to win, because a lot of YouTubers who get success like that, they will just keep everything to themselves. Like, you got to figure it out. Like, I'm figuring it out. But I really enjoy just knowing that a person that you watch for years and shit just take time to reach out to you and just let you know that the fame and didn't change them. And for that, I will always respect that dude, and that's why I made sure that I was able to do my part as far as the no bad news or no negative news November. I was sharing
That's
it
right.
and stuff like that because we really need that. We just really need those type of leaders and stuff, and knowing that you're a leader yourself. I know a lot of
Hmm.
people probably like came at you all sideways and stuff like that because I get it a lot myself.
Yeah, but when people do that, uh, first of all, a lot of it is like, damn, what are you even talking about? But then then you got to think about like, well, who could this be talking? Because I always say you just never know who it is. You know what I
Right.
mean? This could be a relative for all we know. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like, and some people will slip up and let you know, like, I know you. You know what I mean? Like, they'll leave a mean comment and it'll be like something to where it's like, hold on, I know that ain't out in the public, so why would you even, you know what I mean? Like, why would you even say that? Like, oh, I know this is somebody I know, and they just want to be a silent hater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's other times that it's just like, man, just blow it off. I want to stop giving so much attention to negative comments, and I want to stop. And the crazier part is that I want to stop giving attention to comments altogether. And it's messed up because it's like you don't want to alienate the people who actually support you, but it's just like it's not it's just not a good thing to even look at, to see so much negativity. And it's not to say like, oh, I don't want anybody to disagree with me, because I'm all for the disagreeing. You know what I mean? We can
Yeah, me too.
always disagree,
Yeah.
but it just be like, man, y'all coming out with these crazy insults, and it's like you be so on fire that you like, I wish I could see you, but you can't do anything about that. And then how do you take that emotion and disperse it to make it something good? Half the time it's not, so you just internalize it, and it just be like stuck on your mind. Damn, 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 damn. And who wants to be stuck there? Nobody wants to be stuck there with an insult in their mind, but it happens. So
Yeah.
it's just like now you about to just get the heart and keep it pushing. I'm about to just like your comment, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm and it's messed up because it's like I can't show love to nobody. But if you show love, you're gonna show love. You're gonna share the episode. You're gonna tag me. You're gonna chop it up. You're gonna do what all you can to show love.
No doubt. No doubt. And before you go, because I know you pressed for time and everything,
Uh-huh.
busy woman. So
Yeah, I gotta edit
um,
this episode.
so what's the up and coming plans for the new year?
All
If you
right.
don't mind me
Let me.
asking.
No, I don't mind you asking. It's just like, how some things you be wanting to keep close until it happens.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I got some things in the work. At, from the tutelage of Ayo, he always tell you, you know what I mean. It's okay to start a new channel, so I might start a new channel. Uh, with that new channel, I have a whole nother concept that I want to put over there that I've already done on my channel, is that I might need therapy, like how you were going into the mental health. Have you seen my I might need therapy? So with the whole I might need therapy, I'm going to move that to another channel
Okay.
and put some episodes out and focus on that.
Hmm.
Also, I'm still focusing on Without Google. I have a really big plan that I have for that. I just have to focus on that. I just have to focus on that plan with my whole game show Without Google. And that's it. It's I'm gonna, hey man, God willing, it's gonna come out the way I need it to come out, and things just gonna keep going up from here. I'm willing to put the work in. I have to do the work. I've been getting major results from doing the work, finding my audience still, because I'm not the biggest YouTuber, So within finding my audience still, uh, just having tests, running them, seeing what works, what doesn't
Hmm.
work, like, because Ayo can give you all that he can give you, but it's still for you to do the work.
Absolutely.
And that's what he always said, like, well, it's going to take consistency. So when I dropped
Absolutely.
off, it was just like, damn, I messed up. Damn, I messed up. But you don't want to stay there. So now that I'm here, I try to stay as consistent as possible with the live, with the videos, with just doing everything.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, me too. I'm the exact same way, consistency. Only time I actually take a break is for like 2 days so I can recharge and then I'm back. Because I realize
mhm.
that the more that you're away, your audience goes away too. So you always got to make sure that you keep persistent. So it's
That's
all about
right.
that. But yeah, I just want to thank you. And this really has been a great experience for me.
Oh, thank you too. Shit, like I said, it was like you want to interview me for what? Well, I ain't nobody. I'm a normal.
No, I'm not. It's not Vlad TV. I'm not going to incriminate you or anything. But I just really
Mhm.
wanted to. I just really wanted to just have a sit down and conversation with you. So
Mhm.
it's
I'm easy to
been a
have a
nice experience.
conversation with.
Yeah, me too. I'm cool. I'm the coolest, but it just a lot of people doesn't like to collab or work together. But we made it possible. So I
Yeah,
thank
I
you for
wanted to.
coming.
Before I get off of here, I wanted to revisit that music thing in the whole Midwest,
Hmm.
because I was talking to A at one time, and I just let it be known and told him like, hey man, you take Ohio out this thing, it ain't no rap music. Let's just be honest.
Facts.
You take Ohio and everything that came out of Ohio, every band that came out of Ohio, you don't have rap music.
Yeah,
We talking about
that's true.
from the whole. I know James Brown isn't from Columbus. I mean from Ohio, but we talking about the whole wave with James Brown, that Ohio players, just the whole funk era period. Like, and
Yeah.
then just from rappers, our favorite rappers in the '90s sampling.
Hmm.
How you get the golden era if they don't sample? So
Right.
you take Ohio, he like, oh, I don't know about that. Like, nah. When you know your music history, you take Ohio out, it ain't no rap. Period. Point
Exactly.
blank. You don't get a little Uzi Vert.
Facts. I agree. I agree. And
And and then the contributions that you said, that Michigan has made. And
yeah.
then just think about that being so close. Ohio and Michigan is we right up
Hmm.
right we so close to each other that we do still to this day. It's still music dealings with each other. I was
Yeah.
telling him that too. Like it might in Columbus, um, a Columbus artist might collaborate with somebody from Detroit before they even collaborate with somebody from Cincinnati. So it's
Hmm.
like we still like that, like the whole music thing. It's good to see that whole now, like you said, the whole promoting genocide. And yeah, I understand it, but one person like me, I just can't stop it. But it's like, damn, okay, we still in this thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to revisit that topic. And if I can say, like, tell y'all again, I do not look this damn pale. This camera, this whole time, I've been looking at myself like, whoa, I look like I bleed. But
No, you fine. You good. I mean, sure. I'm gonna make sure that, like I said, I'm gonna make sure I share your channel so everybody can know what you really look like. I know the phones and the whatever it does that because I ain't this light. I'm dark, so I know this phone has a lot to do with it.
that's what I'm
But
saying. Like, I'm looking like I'm crazy on the opposite spectrum from you. I don't look like, and I'm closer to you than that. That's what I'm like. Damn, look at my skin look crazy. It looked like I bleed.
no, you good. I know you caramel.
So
You brown
then
skin. You
you know what I
good.
mean?
Yeah, I
Then
see.
me being a hermit, me being a prude in the house. That's like that's your ass making them videos in that house, ain't going outside to get no damn sun.
It happens. So we got snow now, so we all gonna be dark, a
Hold
little
on,
lighter.
y'all got snow?
Hmm.
Oh man, we just got hit with a flurry. We got a flurry, but it didn't stick.
Oh,
Ooh,
y'all
I hate the
lucky.
fucking winter.
Me too.
Oh, I hate the winter.
Me too. I should walking outside to my mailbox in figure skates. So right
Yeah,
now. So
yesterday when it was lightly snowing, it was lightly sticking, but it's gone now. But everybody talk about, ooh, it's starting to feel like Christmas. No, it felt like Christmas after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Stop it.
yeah, yeah. Nobody asked for this. This
Nobody.
ghetto right here. So,
All right, so I do got to get out of here now. No.
oh, you good? I enjoy you coming and speaking briefly, and
You're
anytime you want to
welcome.
come back, you're more than welcome.
All right. Thank you. Thank
Uh,
you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, bye.